Well, good morning, live from Chinatown on Yawalat. Just wanted to try out a live stream from a cellular connection here in Chinatown. And I thought you might enjoy seeing what Chinatown on Yawalat looks like at about 7 a.m. in the morning. And it's quite a beautiful day here today. We've been dealing with monsoon rains for so many months now. So when the sun is out, it's really a time to be outside and enjoying it. So here I am walking, walking toward the intersection of Mahachai Road on Yawalat. Visited a lot of gold shops yesterday looking for a new source for a different type of a product, a different style of chain actually. And wow, it was busy here in the afternoon. And so then I had planned on staying at the Grand China Hotel overnight so I could get a jump on things in the morning, which I've done. And here we are. So a lot of my, there's been a lot of sales because more and more people are realizing that it's practical and pretty smart to have some physical gold at this point. I mean, the media is bombarding people with the economic news. Of how tough things are going to get during a recession, maybe a major recession, and maybe an economic environment that nobody has ever dealt with before. Oh, missed that opportunity. Across the street. And so this has caused a lot of sales, but in my situation, it's caused an incredible number of inquiries, and actually sales are kind of average, normal, I would say, but just a lot more inquiries, which I think is a pretty good thing. But there's just so many variables in what you need to learn when you're purchasing gold from abroad. And the most important thing is to consider the exchange rate, because I get a lot of people calling and saying, well, the price of gold went down, and so they expect that to be reflected in the price immediately. But in reality, the price of gold could go down, but the exchange rate could also become less favorable. Therefore, the price of gold actually can go up. Now look at this building over here. This is one of the early shop houses in Chinatown. You can see. They should have put the camera on a gimbal, but I didn't think of it this morning when I walked out. It's pretty interesting. So here we are. Food's already heated and ready to go. They start early here in food preparation for the day. Now this up ahead is called the Mega Mall or the Mega Plaza. It's not really I guess that popular of a mall because there are so many malls in Bangkok. This just happens to be convenient because it's in Chinatown. This is the canal that cuts right through Yawalat. Recently restored. Looks much more beautiful now than before. And there's a lot of new shops on each side of this canal. Bought an OM4 DJI stabilizer about 2 months ago. Here I am walking around with the camera, bouncing all over the place. Can't believe I did that. Anyway, here there's traffic already at it's 10 minutes after 7 in the morning. I wanted to mention a couple of things while I'm doing the live stream, and that is that I do get a lot of, I would say that the increase in inquiries in gold jewelry has increased by threefold, I would think. But you know what? People don't realize that there's such a huge time difference between the United States and Thailand. So a lot of my calls that I get on my WhatsApp line come in the middle of the night here. Of course, it doesn't affect me. I mean, my phone is left in the office, and I go home to sleep. But the problem is that they expect an immediate response, you know, if they contact me at 1 a.m. in the morning or something like that. And I've even had customers like give up on purchasing something because they assume I'm not interested or something, and then I'll try to reach them in the morning when I get in, which is usually 6 a.m. And I see this string of emails where they've attempted to ask a question, and they followed up, and then they give up. So, you know, there's a 12 to 13 hour difference in the time, and we are, for example, 13 hours ahead of East Coast time. So you have to take that into consideration. A lot of the times during the day, I'll be called out to deal with the animal shelter. There's any number of issues that can come up at the shelter that I have to attend to, even though I have a staff there, 3 people operating it. One person who cleans, one person who feeds the cat, and my wife who does most everything. And yet they'll run across issues where I have to just dash out and run over there. So even though I was able to get an office not far from there, I'm still distracted by what's going on at the shelter, and so sometimes I'm just not available because of those reasons. But I wish you guys would consider this the time to pull the trigger on purchasing a chain. It doesn't matter how big it is. The ideal thing is to get into a routine of dollar cost averaging, where you're not so concerned about the immediate price or trying to work the market or purchase from the market price, because it's almost like you can never get what you want, right? If you're looking for the market. The gold shops don't even do that. The gold shops don't play the market. When they get gold in for refinement, they turn it in immediately, so it can become immediate jewelry. They have to refine it, and then it becomes available. Gold is very scarce here. It's kind of like it's going to so many different places in the world right now that it's actually becoming a little bit scarce. So this is the time to purchase something while the gold price is low and the exchange rate in Thailand is at a very, very favorable level. So it's better to come in with a 2 baht order, or especially if you've never purchased baht gold before, it's much better to start small, and you'll have plenty of time to buy big, but just experiment with a chain to make sure that it's a link style that you like, and that it is the right length, and see how the process goes as far as the shipping and the whole process of how long it takes to make something and how long it takes for you to get it when shipped. Those things are good to know before you go all in. But this is the time to be doing it. This is the time to be really considering it. So this is probably very common all over Bangkok as far as the traffic flow right now, because it's well beyond 7 a.m. and everybody is headed to work. Thank God I don't have to leave right away. I'll be doing a video over the weekend, so I hope you'll be looking for that. And I'm going to be bringing up other points about purchasing gold in Thailand. If you're new to this channel and you happen to be checking out this live stream right now, we are a registered Thai company here in Bangkok that sells, for the most part, customized gold jewelry in the 23 karat, 24 karat purity. We use the funds from the profit that we make from that, which is very low, by the way. And some people think that this is like a standard jewelry markup, and it isn't. That's not the way that baht gold is sold, and that's not the way that we sell it. So our margins are very thin, but the profit that we do make completely funds the Bangkok cat and dog animal shelter that we operate ourselves in Bangkok. So customers will contact me. I don't have a shopping cart on my website, because it's important to actually have more interaction with the person before they purchase, just to make sure that they're reliable and authentic customer before they purchase something so expensive. Gives me some comfort knowing that someone isn't just purchasing something that they know nothing about and then they'll be wanting to return it. And so I don't have a shopping cart for that reason. And but it works out pretty smoothly, because it only takes an email to get in touch with me at priortalk@hotmail.com, and then we take it from there. And most transactions, from the time that the person inquires about the jewelry to the time that they actually receive the jewelry, I would say that the average customer has about 15 to 20 email exchanges. So if you send an email, don't be worried about asking other questions or follow-up questions and things, because that's the average. So we basically make custom jewelry, relevant to weight, which is in the baht weight, and to the length of the chain that the person is wanting, or bracelet. And so we're able to have a designated goldsmith make that particular link style for the customer. And this really is much better than even if you were in Bangkok going into a gold shop and you could muddle through all the language barrier and trying to figure out what you should purchase. This is really the way to go, I think, because I've been here for 14 years, and yesterday when I went into gold shops, it was a real challenge to get them to understand what I'm looking for, and I can speak Thai somewhat, and they just, it's very difficult to deal with the gold shops, I think, if you're a foreigner. They're not particularly interested in selling to foreigners. They sell primarily to Thai people. And the other thing I found out yesterday is that the gold shop that I was interested in dealing with requires cash only, which is too bad, because I usually wire transfer all of my money from Bangkok to the shop's bank account, because I don't like to carry so much money around in a knapsack or a backpack. So it kind of like put a damper on things, because I don't see myself going there with every order with cash. So I think that the prospective customer or tourist that comes into town is probably not going to have the cash, because that's limited when coming into the country. So they're not going to have the cash to go in and buy anything more than maybe a 1 or 2 baht change. And this morning, I went across from the Grand China Hotel to take some money out of my ATM machine, out of the ATM, and the only currency that was available from the ATM were 100 baht notes, which is worth about $3. So, I had a whole pile of notes that I had to take from the ATM. So, what if you need 60, 70,000 baht? They're not going to have that many 100 baht notes in the ATM machine. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this brief live stream. I'm going to head for Starbucks. It's been going on for about 30 minutes now, and things are really picking up now. This is kind of like the gold capital of Bangkok. This is where everything happens regarding gold. And I'm going to be meeting a couple of young guys this morning at the hotel that have been watching my YouTube channel. He said for 5 years, and he and his buddy want to buy some gold chains while they're here, and I'm going to give them some directions on how to do that directly from Chinatown. It ought to be fun. At least I can keep them going into shops that are the most reputable, and perhaps I can teach them some basic Thai so they can ask for what they're looking for. But I'm going to be meeting up with them in a couple of hours. Maybe I can get some video of the interaction and where they go. So thanks again for watching 23kgold.com live from Bangkok, Chinatown, and I hope to see you soon.